Have you ever asked yourself, back when our income wasn't that high, should we have spent every waking hour focusing solely on making more money to improve our quality of life? Or should we have forced ourselves to save a little from the very beginning to ensure we have enough for our retirement? It's a struggle so many of us all face. Many choose to wait because saving a few hundred or a few $1,000s today feels insignificant compared to $1 million goal. Others, however, try to save so aggressively that they become stressed, forgetting to invest in themselves to grow their earning power. But the truth is, both paths play vital roles at different stages of life. There is no wrong answer, only a need to understand the underlying mechanics. When we look through the lens of psychology and statistical data, we find a fascinating truth. The power of consistency almost always defeats the sheer amount of money in the long run. The most dangerous thing in building wealth isn't starting with a small amount, it's the time lost. Research on compound interest clearly shows that someone who starts saving just a small amount in their youth often ends up wealthier than someone who starts with a large sum much later in life. Time is the most essential ingredient for growth. If we wait until we earn enough, we might be throwing away the most powerful tool we own without even realizing it. Beyond the numbers, saving a little at a time is about training your psychological muscles. Finance isn't just about math, it's about behavior. If we don't learn to manage a few thousand, we likely won't be able to handle hundreds of thousands either. Statistics show that people who receive a large sum of money without prior management skills often return to their original financial state within a few years because their brains weren't trained for resisting our immediate desires. Starting small is how you prepare your mind to carry the weight of greater success in the future. But then again, most of us aren't kids anymore by the time we realize this. You might be sighing right now, thinking, maybe it's too late for me. But in reality, starting during your working years or even later in life is still incredibly valuable. The psychology of a fresh start has no expiration date. It's true that you might have lost some time in the past, but you now have the advantage of cash flow and maturity that a teenager lacks. Data confirms that saving larger amounts when you are more stable, even with less time for compounding, can still create life-changing results for retirement compared to not starting at all. What's scarier than starting late is never starting at all because of guilt. In psychology, this is known as regret aversion, where we become so paralyzed by past regrets that we fail to make decisions in the present. If you shift your perspective and see today's savings as buying peace of mind for yourself in the next 5 or 10 years, you'll realize the power of saving isn't in the years behind you, but in the intention you set right now. Furthermore, starting to save with maturity gives you clarity. You know what your true needs are. You aren't saving to impress anyone, you're saving for your own freedom. Life experience teaches you to filter out the unnecessary much better than you could in your youth, making every dollar you save now more efficient and deeply meaningful. Ultimately, everything depends on the season of your life. In the beginning, increasing your income is the primary multiplier, but in the long run, the discipline of saving is what sustains your stability. The key is not to choose one extreme over the other. Making more money helps you reach your goal faster, but saving a little along the way ensures you become the kind of person who can keep that success sustainably. Regardless of which path you choose, remember that true wealth isn't measured by numbers alone. It's measured by the peace of mind you feel on the journey toward those numbers. Saving money isn't about punishing your current self for the sake of the future. It's about honoring the effort and soul you put into earning it. Start from a place where your heart feels comfortable. Maybe it's as simple as saving just 5% each month, a small step today for a big change tomorrow. You'll find that whether it's a large sum or just a little at a time, when it's driven by deep understanding, it will always lead you toward a beautiful and secure retirement.
If something we shared today got you thinking or helped you see money from a slightly different angle, we'd really love to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell us what you think. We read every single one. And sometimes your thoughts help others who are figuring things out too. Thank you for spending your time with Sheep Investor. If this episode was useful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. We'll see you every week, same place, same simple conversations about money and life. See you in the next episode.